Hello, this is Smita Kumar, and you're watching MediCircle. Today, on our healthcare startup series, we have Dr. Anand Lakshman with us. Dr. Anand is the CEO and the founder of AddressHealth Solutions, and it has clinics in Bangalore that offer comprehensive pediatric primary care services. It offers full medical rooms, annual health checkups, hybrid health education curriculum, and also mental health programs, which is very necessary, especially post COVID, for the health programs for schools. Hello, Dr. Anand. Welcome to MediCircle.
Yeah, hi Smita. Very nice to be on MedCircle.
So, Dr. Anand, as you're the founder of Address Health Solutions, I think the name clearly clarifies that it is addressing different health solutions. So, tell us more about your startup.
Yeah, so Address Health is actually now, I don't know if we can define a startup because we are 12-year-old. And it was started, I'm a public health specialist and my co-founder, also a medical doctor. We started it because we believe that healthcare is stuck in mainframe era. Whereas the computing has shifted from mainframe to mobile, but healthcare is still stuck in mainframe, which is hospital-centric care. So the idea of Address Health was address is both a verb and a noun. Address is a location. Address is also proactively addressing health. So we wanted to change the location of delivery of healthcare as well as proactively make people to address health. And simple concept because of which Address Health started. And we focus on addressing children's health.
Okay. And what are the prime USPs which you are focusing on? Because there are other startups also which are actually considering only children health. So, what are the prime USPs Address Health has?
Yeah. So we are the largest school health service provider. We work with primary health care for children. We work in the preventive space and the promotive space for pediatrics and children. And we have the large network in schools as well as our pediatric clinic. So we are able to provide a kind of primary health care in a comprehensive manner and also promote good health in schools. So that is what is a USP for Address Health.
And tell us how many clients you have been benefited from your services, like how many schools you have already onboarded, or the number of children who have been taking your services through the school.
So Address Health has actually, prior to pandemic itself, we had more than 450 schools network with us, both private schools as well as through CSR partnerships, some government schools. And we have actually covered more than 4 lakh children and have serial health data on more than 6 lakh children. So we have covered large network and we are present in 4 geographies: Bangalore, Delhi, NCR, Pune and Hyderabad. So we are in 4 geographical locations and we are a network of more than 400 plus schools. Of course, the COVID pandemic did affect the schools because schools were not functional for nearly 2 years. But now we can see that they are back in full force. Yes. And our network is also back in full service delivery mode.
So like your startup has also received funds from Grey Matters Capital and United Ventures. So how much funds you have raised so far and how is the funds being utilized in the growth of the company?
Yeah, so we raised institutional impact investor capital from Grey Matters, reputed investor, and United Ventures. 2016 was the last fundraise we did. In total, the company has raised approximately about 13 crores. And we are well sufficient with the funds we have raised for the expansion that we have done so far. And we are focused on, as I said, pediatric health and school health services. And this institutional capital has actually helped us go to multiple geographies as well as expand our product and service offering.
And what were your revenues in FY 2022 and what you're planning to close at this end of FY 2023?
Right. So FY 21, 22 and 22, 23, because of COVID, there has been a major hit in revenues. Of course, we were able to pivot and do both online health education for schools as well as conduct COVID vaccination as a major activity. So in the year 22-23, which is the year to come now, our revenues will be about $1 million or 7.5 crores. And we in the year 21-22, the year that has gone so far, our revenues were to the tune of about 3.4 crores. So the jump is because offline schools have started, and we are back to our 19-20 revenues before pandemic itself was in the tune of about 6.5 crores. So we are growing on that in the year 22-23.
So, like as COVID has like accelerated the growth of some of the healthcare startups, while you being the healthcare school provider for school children especially. So, was it hit very badly, and were there any other action B plans which you have planned at that time? Because children's mental health was one very important issue. They were
Yeah,
learning things online, and they were also very much stressed due to the COVID conditions. So,
correct.
have you launched some sort of a program, because COVID has not yet ended over, and we
Yeah.
are expecting the third phase?
Yes.
Sorry.
So we have responded to COVID. Of course, much our health education curriculum is hybrid. It runs both in offline and online model. Even during COVID, we covered 27,000 children with our health education curriculum. Mental well-being, we have well-established programs which deal with adolescent psychoeducation. We deal with psychological first aid, which has been a very major program during COVID for children, especially those who have been badly affected or families who have been affected. We have partnered with organizations like Deepika Padukone's the Live, Love, Laugh Foundation as their service delivery partner in Bangalore. Uh, so we have been involved in multiple ways, not only to improve mental well-being. We have programs which we call risk reduction programs, as well as universal mindfulness and mental well-being program, but also a comprehensive health education curriculum from grades 1 to grade 8, which now includes the COVID supplement. So we are now having a program which covers mental well-being as well as COVID, as well as other elements of health education in schools, apart from our routine annual health checkups, medical rooms, and the mental well-being program.
And as Dr. Anand, you are already present in four places of India. So, where are your next expansion plans across the geographies of India?
Yeah. So right now our focus is that we definitely want to cross $1 million in revenue and profitable, which we have already got very good signs this year that we are profitable already, and we will be stable and developing this. The potential for the organization is to go to in two ways: one to 10 large geographies of India. So if you see, there are untapped geographies in terms of in Gujarat, there is a Ahmedabad, Baroda, Surat cluster. There is Chennai. There is Kolkata. So there are such clusters that are there. But smaller towns, tier two towns also, which form, which have a population of 1 million plus. There are 52 urban agglomerations in India like Jaipur or Coimbatore or such agglomerations, which also offer a good network for us to expand.
Yes.
But our primary focus is first to make sure that we are delivering good quality services and we are profitable and sustainable, and then we will plan our expansion.
And any piece of advice or any learning which you would like to share with the fellow entrepreneurs here who are watching this video at Medicircle today?
So, entrepreneurs learn by doing. So, most who are already entrepreneurs, they will learn by doing themselves. But if there are some people who want to start up or who are looking at startup, definitely one thing in healthcare I would say is that healthcare entrepreneurship is not an easy journey. It requires a deep understanding of the healthcare domain and the willingness and flexibility to adopt change, technology, newer processes, challenge the existing paradigm of hospital-centric tertiary care kind of heavy capital intensive models. And the people who are willing to understand these complexities and stay for long. I have written articles on this subject. In fact, recently a movie was made on cricketer Praveen Tambe. I wrote an article in 2016 for another leading publication in this space called, why healthcare firms are like Praveen Tambe. You can look up that article. So I think we need to be very, very flexible and long lasting and understand the space and be willing to last this game and play it for long for us to be successful.
Sure, I think we definitely need more and more companies like Address Health, because children's health is a priority today. Like the 21st century children are reporting much more stress and anxiety levels due to increased pressure to excel in like ever more all these competitive educational environment. Like you have to be good in sports, you have to be good in academics, everything. Also on a physical level, they are reporting less sleep. Like we are seeing child obesity, a lot other problems, and it is being I mean, it's like the changes has to be done right from the school environment itself. They are so much worries that the children are spending less time on old-fashioned activities like we used to do, like running around, or mostly they are spending time indoors. They are on mostly on their the screen time has increased. So everyone, right from the nation and the society down to the individual and families, benefits when the school starts promoting health. And I think Address Health is working very much closely with schools so that they are able to incorporate in a very noble way of driving these young minds. Schools can actually make a very substantial contribution if supported by such companies. I think Dr. Anand would like to comment here, because children benefit from an enhanced environment, whether it's
Yep.
psychological, physical, social well-being. We talk so much about it, and when we know that half of their time is actually spent in the schools, and then now the schools are promoting the children health in such a way, like they are learning new skills, maintaining their health also, and there's an overall 360-degree approach so that the child is feeling good about, and there is no such peer pressure or a competition that you have to excel in these things. So I think you might have set these goals, these visions as for Address Health, so that the young generation of India, which is the future of India, can be taken very good care of.
Yep. Address Health always wants to make sure that every child we touch comes has a state of positive health. And all the topics that you mentioned, all of that, schools build values, school builds behavior practices. So why not good health in schools? And all of that, and in the current context of post-pandemic. So you can add all of that and multiply it by 10 and all the complexities, and schools need to deal with all of that. So we need professional healthcare organizations to help educational institutions not only have safe and healthy environment, but also make sure children get good values, beliefs, practices to promote good health in the future.
Definitely. So thank you so much, Dr. Anand, for joining us today at MediCircle for this healthcare startup series, and we wish you all the best so that you keep on promoting the children's health in such a beautiful manner, because children are the future of the country and their health should be our priority. Thank you once again for joining.
Thank you so much. Thank you.